to a big score, but it was a mistake by Canterbury. First time they shifted the ball, Julian Savia looked for the offload, and from the moment Peter Umaga-Jensen caught this ball, it was a try. Player, brief cameo with the All Blacks in 2020. He leads the competition for clean breaks and meters, so he's in some form, Umaga-Jensen. Julian Savia again, he's on the fly. And another strong contribution from Julian Savia.
Yes.
Blackwell. Judd.
Holding in front, Black.
Even Love with a midfield bomb. Oh, look at that wind, and it's Judd who takes it. So not much doing with the win for Wellington for sure. Love. Fergus Burke. And Ruben Love on the kick return. Going to put the ball behind Mataele. Nice. Ooh. Beat the first defender, but now under a little bit of pressure.
Hold in front.
Oh, it's not going to find touch, and they have got some brilliant ball runners now, Vince. Arsaw with a little chip and chase. Will want that ball to stay in the field of play, taken over the touchline by Burke, and that's a great result for Wellington.
Just playing in the right areas at the moment. They're winning the kicking duels. Wellington finding space there and then bundling Canterbury into touch. An opportunity for them to get their line out in motion.
And Coles for Dominic Bird, jumping to sixth in the line out. Umaga-Jensen is in the back now. Coles with the ball. And Patafilo joins as they try to get some momentum off their line-out drive. Wellington. And now Patafilo skirts to the open side. They need a quick recycle. They've got a penalty advantage. Blackwell gets them inside the 5. Judd. Couple of decoys, and Love with a big dummy.
Still got the advantage.
Judd looking for runners, a short ball. Of Coles, they dragged them towards the end goal.
Held up Maul there. No
We'll come
advantage.
back for the penalty.
Red, you got to roll.
Wellington owned the first 5 minutes anyway.
No advantage. 2 players got to roll.
Well, they're accurate at the moment. That's what's very evident. I mentioned the kicking game, but also defensively the pressure they put on early in the game, which led to the mistake from Canterbury and the try to Umaga-Jensen. And again, this is Asol in the backfield. See how he finds space and the way that the ball sits up, which then gave them the opportunity to get their line out working. They bust out from there with Patafilo. A lot of players hitting the line hard. Canterbury's defence held under the pressure, but only illegally, which set up this opportunity for Love to have a second early dig early in this match to put Canterbury, Wellington, I should say, up by 10.
Well, really noticeable the momentum that Wellington are bringing into this game, the tempo they're playing at, getting over the advantage line. Some big direct carries, some very good accurate clean out at the breakdown. Just all front foot ball, very good.
$10-0 to Wellington after 6.5. Burke. Back to Savia. This time, Keelan Whitman, young number 8. Blackwell again available to carry.
Use now. We're inside. Hold in front, boys.
Ruben Love. Now Josh Mackay. He's got some feet. Mackay tries to go on the inside of Dominic Bird's tackle. Dirk. Now Luke Romano. He's tackled behind the advantage line. Drummond. Mataele with the offload. Now Reed Prinsep gets away from the right shoulder of Coles. And Sam Whitelock.
Advantage.
And it's Wellington being called from offside, and
Got the advantage, Red.
Daniel Leonard Brown with a carry.
One. Roll to the side, then get up. Don't stand in the way of the 9. Got to roll out first, then get up. Don't stand up first.
Xavier Numia just getting up as tough as tight. He's made a good collision. There's another good one too. Two teams with plenty of intent early.
Easy, ball's gone.
Canterbury finally with the ball in some field position. Romano with a strong carry. Drummond. And Reed Prinsep. Drummond. For an opportunity down a narrow right edge. This is Dallas McLeod. Prinsep with a short ball. Oh, then they offload, an unforced error, and an easy turnover for Wellington. Judd.
No, you had it, but then you lost it. Holding Black. 9.
Ruben Love.
Good work, boys. Great work.
Dallas Mackay with a short chip and chase. Here's a chance. But the ball is attacked by Huijsen. Offloaded on the inside for Arsaw. And now Dane Cole staying alive. With a beautiful left foot step. Dane Cole's over the top now for Delaney.
No, lost there, Red!
Colsey with a running game and reminding us if he's healthy how good he can be. Now the pick and go, the offload.
No, clear release. No, yeah. Boys, we're just going to go time off here.
There's an injured player
something serious down
way
here.
back down by the 22 Wellington
no clear
player.
release there, time off.
Yeah, Xavier Numia, Justin.
Yeah, so he stayed down, and he showed a lot of concern right from the start, so it doesn't look like it's going to be good. This is the breakout. Really well read from Huijsen back inside to Arso, and then Colsey, I think, should have backed himself here. He should have had a real dig. He had some players around him, but he's got a good fend. He's been out of the game for a bit, though, Ben Castle, hasn't he? So maybe it was more his lungs than his foot speed that was hurting him. I know it's only early doors in the game, but the tempo and getting back into rugby, you can't replicate that on the training field. So those first 10 minutes always do tend to hurt as you're making your way back into a game after an extended break.
Farah Palmer Cup. Tomorrow, Manawatu and Hawke's Bay in the championship final. Game coming from Palmerston North, live on Sky Sport 1. And then the premiership final, Canterbury and Waikato will repeat of last year's final from Christchurch. And then Hawke's Bay and Tasman for the Ranfurly Shield. What a game, what an occasion that will be at McLean Park in Napier, an informed Tasman, an informed Hawke's Bay, one of the most coveted Shield trophies up for grabs, and Otago Taranaki, our Saturday night game tomorrow, come to you from Dunedin at 7 o'clock, and then Sunday afternoon Southland and Manawatu from Invercargill. Don't forget the USA Eagles and the All Blacks on Sunday the 24th of October. Justin Marshall is hoping to be there. Then Wales and the All Blacks on Sunday the 31st of October. Nisbet and Marshall are penciled in for that gig. Tough if you can get it. I'll be back here doing touch, mate. It's all right, brother.
Xavier Numier back in there. Magic tape round that left knee. Now Wellington opted for the line out for that penalty. Same format again. Look at Patafilo, Umanga Jensen at the front.
Colsey to the back.
Over. No, down by Black.
Back their drive.
Get out of it, Red. Ball's available.
Judd. Now Vince Arsaw gets Wellington to the 5-metre line. They wrap on the right-hand side. Numier with a carry. Judd. No, direct. Blackwell throws himself at the defence. Love. A little double pump. Umanga Jensen. 4 metres out now, Wellington. And an advantage.
No problem with you. First man on. 10 red offside. He's on the side. Just wait. There's Mark. 10 red. 10 red offside.
Julian Xavier.
Just leave it with me.
4 penalties in 11 minutes.
Boys, discipline down here, eh? We've had 3. 10.
Well, we've had a couple of decent digs at Wellington at the maul, which is not giving them a lot of change. I wonder if they try a peel here.
Dominic.
Yes.
Good, and this is a better drive. The momentum off the line. Quick, Umanga Jensen is in there, but the Felo is in there. Can they get the ball in the end goal? The referee, yes, a second try for Wellington. They've had all the momentum, all the field position, and the ball, and the captain, Duplessis Kirifi.
Didn't need anything different. Third time lucky for the Lions. They had their opportunity to get the ball moving. It was the initial throw. Jumper was up. Lifters got him in the right position, and then they got good body position and momentum. Look how quick he's down, Dominic Bird, and it's already moving. By the time it hits the ground, Canterbury can't adjust. Whitelock there is trying to peel himself back. By that stage, the damage is done. They managed to shuffle it to Karifi, and they go in. Reward for turning down points. Well done to the Lions to go in for their second try already so far in this game.
Yeah, Dominic Bird as well. The target in the middle of that line out has been, you see Karifi just crashing over at the end. He's the man who's gone onto the ball early, standing in that half-back position. They just got so much tempo into that line-out drive. You mentioned Dane Coles. There's the one who threw the ball and with some of his influence in this opening 13 minutes. He's touched the ball plenty of times. He's put his shoulder in. We've seen him running. He's been accurate. What a 13 minutes it's been for Wellington.
Ruben Love. Perfect night for him so far. That'll make the staunch Wellington supporters feel better.
Damage control.
Damage control. What a graphic. That's exactly what it is. Julian Xavier, third reception. Third strong return. Now Judd. Numier. Oh, loses the ball. Chance now for Canterbury. Drummond. Puhipi. Slips the first defender. Puhipi.
No, it's not out. Last foot.
Canterbury, they'll go to work here. Good carry.
Advantage for...
Drummond. Penalty advantage as well.
Got the advantage, Red. For Black.
McAllister. Brody McAllister. Burke. Little delayed pass. And then McLeod with an inside ball. Burke. The little double pump, and it's going to be Fiaki. Oh. Just in touch.
Out there, guys. No advantage. We're going to go back to the penalty. 4 not rolling. 4 not rolling.
That was a sensational effort.
Check there, Aaron.
Fiaki. He must have just put his foot on the line. I think everything else... The aerobatic, just to get himself into the air and get the ball down.
Same thing.
Must have
roll
just
out,
put
then
his
get
foot
up.
in
Don't
touch.
just get up in the 9 space.
It shows how quick as well Canterbury can pounce on turnover ball, how quickly they went from defence straight into attack and over advantage line. There's good defence there. Stowers involved in the ball loose. Just watch Drummond go. And Burke, this is the last of it. You're talking about that? Yeah, well, that right foot.
Great call.
15.5 minutes eventually for Fergus. Gets the first points. Fihaki was close. Exciting talent. Playing out on the right wing. And Ruben Love. Luke Romano. Again, they're looking towards the left edge. Canterbury. They won't die wondering. They're going to express themselves tonight. Henry Stowers. His debut for Manu Samoa earlier this year. Huisen. Got some feet, this kid.
Okay, Blake, your turn.
Offs for the kick. Burke. Josh Mackay. Drummond. A little short side play now. Pohipi. And forwards, let's go to work for Canterbury. Josh Mackay at first receiver. Drummond. Good defence. Caleb Delaney. Pohipi, patient. Canterbury. Romano's got an enormous work rate. Luke Romano. Fihaki. Again, breaks the defence line. Drummond. Mackay again, first receiver. Mataele is in field.
Better four, much better.
Sam Whitelock. Recycle on the halfway. Romano carries again. Whitelock. Mackay. Umunga Jensen with a good read in defence. Mitchell Drummond.
Hold in front, 2.
And they try to put the ball behind Arsaw, but he takes it on the full. Strong return, and then the offload for Huisen.
Okay, tackle now. Thank you, 5. Easy one.
Coles lets it go early. Another second man play, but it's been lost forward.
Likewise. Scrum down, Red.
An extended period of play. Predominantly with Canterbury ball in hand. As we're looking at it when they're playing to try to get to Mataele's wing right to left, they're really struggling to get it into that outside channel because, as you mentioned, Umunga Jensen and also Savia, they're just taking the space. They can get it out to Fihaki's wing when they're going left to right, so when Drummond brings it that way. But the other way where there is some space, the defensive system of Wellington is just cutting the field off, so they're basically being forced to play 3/4 of the field, which is not giving them the width they need to try and manipulate some defenders. Wellington's line is too good and strong and fast at the moment.
Big area here for this match. Canterbury operating about 96% scrum time through the Bunnings warehouse. NPC, they're solid up front, great attacking field position. Here's centre field.
Set, hold.
Good hit.
Straight across. Got to go forward.
Well, that's penalty for Wellington, and they've struggled a bit in this area, Ben.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Wellington, well, they've won that one there. That's gone against Ollie Iaga. The tight head for driving in on that angle. It was a good hit from Canterbury. They just didn't quite get that chase after the hit. They call it the pressure that's coming through to just get on that front foot. That ball's not out.
Well, it is actually.
Now.
Miraculously.
We'll get a good look at it here. Here's Ollie Yaga. He's the tight head. He's gone across and straight through. I think it's tough.
5-minute line out. Judd, Love, wide ball. Arsaw carries. He's a strong ball carrier. Vince Arsaw. Ball goes behind Julian Savia and out by Wellington. It'll be a Canterbury throw. Brody McAllister. Mataele coming from the left wing with the first carry. Drummond. Romano with the second carries on the 10-metre line now. Burke. Drummond. Fihaki. And steps off the right foot to avoid the touchline. Nice from Fihaki.
Nice too, thank you.
Prinsep. Canterbury patient.
Coming back again, boys.
Able to get over the advantage line, and now Drummond with a late offload. Whitelock coming back on the inside. Sam Whitelock will recycle. 2.5 metres out now. Drummond. Numbers on the left side if they can get the pass away. Mataele back on the inside. First try for Canterbury. They were patient, clinical, and in the end rewarded.
All started with Mitch Drummond, who this time took more than 2 to 3 steps. He took half a dozen. That opened Wellington up a little bit, and then the delay in the pass because Whitelock was still trying to find a support line. So Drummond just left the ball for Whitelock to run on. There's those steps, and then he just leaves it there as he's going to ground. Whitelock, it takes a good tackle from Hoyson to bring him down, but from there they were really fractured in defence. Umanga Jensen tries to come up and shut it down before it gets out wide to Mataele. He isn't able to do that because they keep the ball alive in the tackle a couple of times, and that close, when Mataele gets a sniff, he's too hard to stop.
Just shows you, doesn't it, the tempo that they can create on a turnover, and when they get an opportunity. The first one when they put tempo into the game was off a turnover. This time it was off a line break. And just relentless. All the forwards get excited, they start cleaning out, and they're over the advantage line. They still had a bit of work to do out left. Got over the line in the end.
I said earlier, we are celebrating Fiji Language Week. This boy on your screen, Manasa Mataele, from Fiji. He was educated at the Maris Brothers School in Suva. One of many, many Fijian players that have graced our game, entertained us here in New Zealand and around the world with their spectacular play. Paula Bale, probably the most famous of them all, holds the record for the most tries scored by a Canterbury player. He retired many, many years ago. There's a record of 94 tries. Paula Bale still not broken. What a player. Marika Vunambaka, wasn't it? You played with Marshy?
Yes, we're very lucky to get, as all of New Zealand has, very quality Fijian players that just set the game alight. Loved running with the ball. Not many of them renowned for a great kicking game, Ken.
That's Sam Smith at number 20. He's come on for check of Caleb Delaney.
Oh, unlucky. Very unlucky. Luca Romano.
Holding. Yep, good, no problem.
Quick throw. But the Philo. Good carry. Judd. Very direct. Wellington. Judd.
Go backwards.
To regroup. James Blackwell. He's got a big motor, Blackwell. And on the right edge they go. Judd runs across the face of two defenders to recycle on the 22. Oh, then an unforced error. And Drummond straight away, with the benefit of the wind, puts the ball behind.
Inside the 22.
Where's Huijsen?
Outside. Holding!
Finds a gap in behind the defence line. It's Luca Romano back there.
Red! All
Josh
stop!
Mackay. And Julian Savia. Tips on for Vince Arsaur. Now the pick and go. Julian offloads in the tackle. Fido with a left foot step, the front rower. Look at the right arm available, not held. I didn't lock the ball up. He's got plenty of options, Alex. Now Love on the fly. Smith. Aim towards that right edge. Patafilo is out there. Ruben Love coming back towards the middle. Judd. Fido. Holds off Princep with a right-hand fin. Couple of strong carries from Alex Vidal. Judd. Xavier Numia. There's a long period of continuity.
Red! All stop!
Canterbury look to turn Wellington around. Nice job.
Wow, end to end. Tit for tat. It's very taxing out there. That all started from a quick line out from Wellington, and it just was never ending. Both sides having to dig.
Colesy, Lane Coles, for Dominic Bird. Another good drive from Wellington. Colesy with a little tip on. Julian Savia. He didn't get a good pass, had to reach behind.
Gone by Black, scrum red, into touch, so options? No options. Okay. No. Just the scrum option, yeah.
Dane Coles. I coached him as a schoolboy Marshy in 2004. Yet in spite of my incompetence, he's gone on to have a great international career. Thank God he didn't listen to a word I said.
You're too modest, Ken. You're part of the development, which continues to grow. Just ultra competitive, and brought a style of play to that role in the modern game that everybody had to aspire to. Dane Coles, he really changed the way hookers played the game, no doubt about it.
Crouch! Wide! Set!
And Mitchell Drummond. Oh, Henry Stowers. Bodies in motion, and Manasa Mataele.
Advantage.
And a penalty advantage.
Ball.
Then the offload is a good one for Mackay. Running at a broken defence line now, Josh Mackay. And they are now 10 metres out, Canterbury. Big chance on this right edge. Fiaki. The pass has gone forward.
Forward. Scrum.
I just couldn't get it
Huh?
off the break
Clearly
from
over. Look where
Mataele
you are now.
to that right edge. Fiaki was in space.
You feel they're stepping out and going.
Stowers, lovely ball out the back door. He had to cut back in, Josh Mackay, because
Justin. Now there'll be plenty of pressure here. Scrum time, Canterbury. They'll be putting it through Wellington, trying to tip them back towards that touchline. Left-hand side of that scrum. Come through Leonard Brown. It's pretty solid from Wellington.
Oh, you tight head. Drummond. Burke with a long ball into midfield and not secured, and they might have been a chance if you'd let that advantage go on.
Red, second black, scrum.
Well, it was a solid hit from Canterbury at scrum time, and then the pressure came on, just seeing the end. Now that defence, so that's after that tight head.
Yeah.
It's unlucky on Umanga Jensen.
Oh, come in.
Cloyson read that really well. He could recognise the threat, and as you are when you're sitting in the back line off the back of the scrum, looking to phase and then get into your kicking game. When a turnover like that happens, it really does take awareness defensively when a team gets a tight head, to make sure you make the right movements and pick out the right man when there's a threat. And he did that, Cloyson. He shut down McLeod before it could find the space on the outside. Excellent work from the fullback to negate Canterbury's opportunity then.
Wide. Set.
Judd. Ruben Love. He's looking for field position. It's a very good kick from Ruben Love. Brody McAllister for Luca Romano in the middle of the line-out. Mataele. This time he lets it go early. Mataele. Drummond. Burke.
Use.
Romano always got his hand up to carry the ball. Prinsep.
Tackle!
Jaeger. Burke. And Daniel Leonard Brown. And Romano steps out of the tackle of Fido. Kai with an aggressive run at the line.
I can't reward this because you're still there. You're on the ball because of him. Got to get out. 13, you're okay. 13's got to get out first.
His last game for Wellington. Vince, what a player and what a contribution he has made to the Petone Rugby Club since he's been down here, Wellington, and of course the Hurricanes. Heading to one of the powerhouses of Japan Top League, Panasonic, where the coach, Robbie Dean, still holds the record in Canterbury for the most points scored. Nice wide ball in midfield, poor Hippie. Some variation to the Canterbury attack. Now they go short through the forwards. Drummond. Henry Stowers. Gets away from Umanga Jensen. And Dominic Bird can't stop the Manu Samoa number 8. As Canterbury Turn the pressure on. Stowers goes again.
Advantage. Not supporting body weight. Slowing the ball down. 1, you're good. Not supporting body weight. Off feet.
17-8. They take the 3. It's 17-11 with 5.5 to go. Oh, if they
But the whole stadium can
go the line out with the momentum they've got, either or makes sense.
What are you doing, guys?
Well, they've obviously got a lot of experience in that second row, and Romano and Whitelock rolled the dice.
Just had 2 down here for not supporting body weight.
Did Fergus Burke took it right to the flag, but he got it bang on. But you would imagine this is where they roll up their sleeves, the likes of Whitelock and Romano.
No. Mirror. Yeah.
The first objective is to win the line out. Sam Whitelock does that. Now they set for the drive.
Yep.
Work the ball to McAllister at the back. They've got momentum now.
Advantage. You
And a penalty advantage as well.
change your mind. Advantage.
So they can chance their arm, knowing they've got an advantage. Sam Whitelock, 6 metres out. And second man play, that kick is for Fiake out on the right wing. The chase coming from Josh Mackay. Stayed honest, stayed alive, and he gets rewarded. Mackay looked like he was aiming out to that right edge. And Josh Mackay with a huge play for Canterbury.
Off the back of penalty advantage. Why not roll the dice? Pretty sure that the kick wasn't supposed to land on the ground and find the grass. It was probably supposed to go to hand, make it a contest in the air. There's that Romano-Whitelock combo. Off the back of penalty advantage here, you can see, gets it out, does Fergus Burke, manages to find the grass, and an excellent follow-up from Josh Mackay. Canterbury get the reward for turning down 3. They're going to get more.
Yeah, just going to say that option to go for the line out where they set that drive. Wellington did rebut it, but under that advantage. The referees had some pretty strong words with Wellington captain Kirifi after that, but just that opportunity to pounce on that ball, the bounce of the rugby ball as well, popping up.
It was fine. It didn't clearly go forward. It was sideways. It was checked.
Now Caleb Delaney, who started the game blindside, number 6 for Wellington, he's failed his HIA. So Sam Smith and number 20 will remain.
Let's just lift the height of that.
Well, most people know I've covered a lot of first 15 rugby over a decade. Josh Mackay tonight playing in the number 15 jersey. He was one of the best schoolboy number 10s I've ever seen. He played 10 in the boys' side, first 15. Will Jordan was the fullback. He struggled for game time at 10 since coming into the professional game. He's a talented, versatile and gifted player, Josh Mackay. And now Daniel Leonard Brown. So they were down by 17, now they're down by 2. Mataele on the edge. 1-on-1 with Savia. Drummond. And Josh Mackay caught behind the advantage line. Good defence, Dane Coles. So they start again. Oh, an unforced error.
2 knock-ons, guys. First red, then black.
So in the dying minutes, an opportunity for Wellington, who have really struggled in the second half of this half to get the territory they had early in the game and to build any momentum. They will get that just prior to half-time to see if they can get some more points back of their own. They were clearly the better side in the first 20 minutes. The back of what you mentioned in terms of Josh Mackay, Ken, very noticeable how often he gets in this game in particular as a first receiver, using those skills as a 10 to give balance to attack, predominantly popping up on the right so that it's shared between him and Fergus Burke and gives Canterbury a bit better flow.
On the subject of brilliant schoolboy 10s, first saw Ruben Love on your screen and the famous Paulson banner between Palmy Boys High and Napier Boys 3 or 4 years ago.
Boy!
Definitely onto the left as we look at it here. Gleeson is the man behind the scrum.
Judd.
7.
Umunga Jensen. Early ball. Judd. Captain Kirifi.
Advantage. 1 red. Never back on side.
Leonard Brown penalised. Xavier Mumia.
Just hold that mark.
Umunga Jensen. It was a low ball, but he was able to pick it up. Peter Umunga Jensen.
Yes.
And now fit up. Now at the line, Patafilo. Been busy today, the left winger. Ruben Love. Long ball.
We're out here. We'll go back to the penalty, which is just here. Sure. Number 1, wasn't it? 1 and 3. Never back on side. Shot call. Okay, thanks.
And the Brown and Jaeger. 2 front rowers.
Well, they went round that right-hand side. Wellington off that scrum, and then they switched back quickly, and that just caught the front rowers retreating from that scrum offside. Good smart play. They've been asked to do plenty of work, these tight forwards in this first half of this game. It's been pretty combative, it's been physical. Another big shot from Romano Patafilo in that play. Be a tough kick for Ruben Love. He's been on today. Much talent as he has, this wind is swirling.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, because at times it's felt like Wellington have kicked and, you know, they got good purchase out of their kicks, and then other times it's held up in the wind. So he's probably directly into it now, is he? Or it's just swirling, you just never know.
You never...
Yeah, right.
Bouncing off the walls.
Very comfortably done, and a deserved half-time lead for the home team Wellington. 20 points to 15 over Canterbury.